Oh, hey guys, it's me, Dax Moy from daxmoy.com. Today is I can't believe it, we're already at day 13 of my chunky to hunky experiment. If you remember, I spent 12 weeks not deliberately getting fat, but kind of just eating the way most of the public eat. What I would term an 80-20 diet, 80% compliant with my elimination diet protocols. And in that time, I managed to pack on a whopping 7 kilos plus, right? Just a bit more than that. I'm now, as I say, I'm 13 days in to my kind of stripping it all back off and trying to go from chunky into hunky, if that's even possible. Where am I at the moment then? So I jumped on the scales this morning. It looks like I've knocked another ½ kilo off, which isn't a lot. My scale weight hasn't changed very much for the past 3 days or so. Not particularly concerned. It seems to me that even though the scale weight isn't budging, that there still seems to be things occurring in my body that are kind of showing signs that the program is working out for me. So you remember, all I'm doing is I'm following the same kind of concept that I've got a lot of my clients on. Multiple short hits of exercise across the course of the day, nothing too long. Many of these workouts are only like 4 or 5 minutes, and that's it, right? So in a day, I'll be performing less than an hour's worth of exercise easily, probably less than 40 minutes easily, right? But what I am doing is being 100% elimination diet compliant, and that seems to be doing the trick. So far, I've lost just over 4.5 kilos. So 4.5 kilos, that's that's over 9 pounds. Right, over 9 pounds. So it's a pretty decent start, considering it's only 13 days in. But as I said, I've had about 3 days there where the weight didn't shift at all. I've had a day over the weekend where I just injured my back a bit, so I was a bit careful and I didn't do any training whatsoever. And yet it still seems to me, and I'm going to get my top off again in a second, it still seems to me that things are changing. Right. So let's have a nosy. Let's see what's going on. Okay. See what the day 13 reveal is showing us. So let's have a look. I'm squeezing here a little bit. I'm just trying to get an idea about what's going on in my core here in my abs. I think we're now starting to see kind of a bit more of this disappearing. What I'm also noticing when I grab it, it's much softer than it was 4 days ago. It actually gotten quite hard feeling. Okay, so it's a lot softer. Still carrying a decent amount of fat down here in the bottom. Okay, the love handles though do appear to be disappearing on me. Okay, if I turn around, I know that I'm still thick around here, but I do think that area is probably starting to disappear as well. But as I said, there's this interesting quality to this. It's all getting much softer, which means it's giving me kind of indications that it's wanting to move, it's wanting to mobilise a little bit more. What can I see around here? Again, still very fatty around here, as you can see. Right, there's definitely no delineation around the chest at the moment. But all in all, considering that this is 13 days into the process, we're starting to see just a little bit more shape, a little bit less kind of blubber sitting around the bottom areas here. So look, things are. Let me just tense up. Okay, things are changing. Things are definitely changing. At the same time, understand that I've lost over half a stone. I've not lost any of my muscle girths for things like my arms or my chest or any of these things. So it is very, very definitely fat shifting. In fact, my legs have actually grown a little bit in the last 13 days. But as I say, my arms, my chest, my shoulders, they're all exactly the same as they were when I started this, which is a really good sign. It means it's all pretty much being lost from this area here. Okay, but look, that's my day 13 check-in. I'll check back in again with you tomorrow, and we'll see if any subtle changes have occurred since then. But this is me, Dax Moy, daxmoy.com, day 13 of the chunky to hunky experiment. Take care.